Lane Kiffin's been all in the news cycle. He's said some interesting things to Vanity Fair, taking pot shots at Ole Miss, and it's made me compare Lane Kiffin to Tiger Woods, that there's a Tiger syndrome, LSU Tigers, Tiger Woods syndrome affecting Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin has, and I'm going to unpack and explain, he's got arrested development. Born into a little fame and notoriety and wealth because of who his father, Monty Kiffin, the longtime NFL defensive coordinator, great success with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, just a longtime NFL assistant coach of great reverence, who escorted, nepotismed Lane Kiffin into all kinds of coaching opportunities, including head coach at USC, head coach at the Raiders at a very young age. Things have been way too easy for Lane Kiffin. And like a lot of people, I like Lane Kiffin. He's got a humorous sense of humor, or humorous sense of humor. He's got a humorous personality. He's someone you'd want to hang out with and have a beer with, talk sports with. Everybody kind of likes Lane Kiffin if you're a sports fan. But I think a lot of people are aware, like, Lane Kiffin won't grow up, refuses to grow up. And if you look at this latest controversy where he seems to be trolling Ole Miss, he leaves Ole Miss right before they enter into the college football playoff, and he did it solely for money, and he wanted things to be easier. And now he, instead of taking responsibility and dealing with the criticism of like, hey man, LSU is willing to pay me $90 million over 7 years. LSU is willing to spend $40, $50 million on a name, image, and likeness football roster. Ole Miss doesn't have the money that LSU does, doesn't have the passion or the commitment that LSU does. I just wanted things to be easier. Instead of just acknowledging that, Lane Kiffin tells a Vanity Fair reporter that Ole Miss is racist. And that, and again, those aren't his exact words. His exact words are that, let me get that recruits and parents are asking, when he was coaching there, Kiffin says top recruits would tell him, hey, coach, we really like you, but my grandparents aren't letting me move to Oxford, Mississippi. That doesn't come up when you say Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Parents were sitting here this weekend saying the campus's diversity feels so great. It feels like there's no segregation. That's a really stupid, unfair comment. You just played the race card on the school that took a bit of a chance on you, paid you a bunch of money, helped you build Ole Miss into a team that would qualify for the college football playoffs, helped advance your career, and you just played the race card on them. You left them high and dry right before the college football playoffs. And this, to quote Dr. Dre, is the MFing thanks I get? This is immaturity. This is arrested development. And I'm going to give you the Tiger Woods angle on this now. Lane Kiffin's arrested development, his childlike, teenage-like, early 20s-like personality that he doesn't seem to be able to shake, comes with a lack of sexual discipline, the same as Tiger Woods. Lane Kiffin playing pickleball with the tennis players at LSU. What are we doing, Lane? What are we doing? Lane Kiffin, nearly 50 years old, I believe he's 49, Lane Kiffin playing tennis with the Cavender twins. What are we doing, Lane? Like, I get it. Lane Kiffin's single, and everybody can say, hey, Lane Kiffin can do whatever he wants. He's single. If he wants to flirt with college students, we just have to overlook that. No, we don't. We don't have to overlook that. This is Arrested Development. And I understand that, like, Bill Belichick has opened the door wider for sexual malfeasance and what do they call it? May-December relationships. I get that Bill Belichick has opened that door. But if you're going to play the race card on your former employer, the employer that helped elevate you, the employer that did nothing to you, if you're going to play the race card on them, I would clean up my personal life, and I wouldn't be still flirting with college students over social media in DMs and other things. This is a lack of sexual discipline. This is arrested development. This is someone trying to extend their childhood. How do I recognize it? Because I suffered the same thing. And so you will hear this as some sort of super harsh criticism of Lane Kiffin. It is not. It's someone wise enough, mature enough, self-aware enough to say, oh, I recognize that behavior. And it will lead to trouble. This is the Tiger syndrome, like Tiger Woods getting married and then still running around with Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan. I knew at the time, like, hey, man, I think Tiger Woods in over his head. He's not built like Charles and Michael. This is going to get him in trouble. I look at Lane Kiffin and see the exact same thing. And so I look at his unwillingness or inability to discipline his tongue. Why take these pot shots at Ole Miss? Doesn't he understand he has a target on his back? Doesn't he understand the things that he has said? And I believe there was stories written or some sort of document, the many lives or what? Hold on, is it the many lives of Lane Kiffin? And he says, I feel like a lot of my life decisions and time was about me, all about me. And I'm really trying to make it not about me. I've got a long way to go, but I've come a long way too. And so Lane Kiffin has made comments about his Christian walk and turning over a new leaf and not making things about himself and indicating he's like, man, I'm going to try to control myself and my lack of sexual discipline, and basically creating the impression like I'm going to leave these young girls on these college campuses alone. And he can't do it. I recognize the behavior. I've seen it in myself. I've seen it in other men. We see it everywhere as it relates to Bill Belichick, as it relates to Mike Vrabel. All of this money, all of this wealth, all of this fame, and what it does to men. And it creates an opportunity for things to get very, very messy. Let me walk Lane Kiffin through it. Take the Vrabel, Diana Rudassini deal. That should be a red flag. That should be a warning sign to Lane Kiffin. Like, oh boy, if I'm not careful here, there could be a photographer or someone gathering information on me and the young college girls that I'm putting myself in situations with. And you think, well, he's a single man. He can do that. And if they're 21 or above or 19 and above, who cares? It's not illegal. Okay, but you want to pick a fight with Ole Miss. You want to take pot shots at Ole Miss, frame their campus and their university as racist. If that creates enemies, that creates wealthy enemies. These boosters are investing hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, in these athletic programs, and you're painting Ole Miss as racist. You're creating enemies. And when you create wealthy enemies, don't be surprised if they don't send a honeypot, if they don't trap you, if they don't send someone willing to make allegations about, oh, Lane forced himself on me, or he sexually harassed me. Lane, be careful. You're creating enemies, and enemies will respond, and enemies will identify your weaknesses, your sexual weaknesses, your love affair with 20-something, early 20-somethings. And they could send a 17-year-old that looks 20-something. Oh, that's far-fetched. No, it's not. Not when people are investing millions of dollars in Ole Miss and you're unfairly destroying Ole Miss. And I don't care, oh, they got the rebel flag. Oh, in 1932, this or that happened. Miss me with all of it. Ole Miss is no more racist than LSU, Texas, Ball State, the University of Michigan. They're no different. Oh, they're from the South and they do that. They're no different. This tiger syndrome, this arrested development, is going to blow up in Lane Kiffin's face. He needs to be careful. He is a terrific coach, but he has no discipline. And that lack of discipline is going to bite him and LSU in the rear end. It bit Ed Orgeron in the rear end. LSU has a history from Ed Orgeron to Les Miles to Brian Kelly. None of these things end well. All of these things end prematurely. Lane Kiffin is on a collision course for the same type of ending.